Puka Nacua. That just flows right off the tongue right there. Cooper Kupp, they're back, and so are the Rams. They're off IR. LA somehow dropping the Vikings to 5-2 back-to-back losses. Oh no, Vikings. This is a really fun one. This was back and forth, 1-4. Look at this. Rams now just a game back of the NFC West lead. Niners dropping down to last place. San Francisco still the favorite to win the division, but they've gone from minus odds to even. Look out. The Rams still the longest odds at plus 550. Little bit surprised. They're still considered a longer shot than the Cardinals. That's a head scratcher for me. Now, after what we saw last night, I don't know how you could possibly trade Cooper Kupp. Yesterday, we were sort of trying to drudge up an emotional moment. Like, was this going to be his last hurrah? I was watching Stafford very closely as he was slinging it. What a performance by him. You know, if they lost this one, I was thinking they're going to pick up the phone. Let's need earth to everyone. Let's get this done. But then after getting the win and looking, by the way, not just getting the win, like dominating, looking like this in the process, they got to go for it now. It's like, ugh, can we mail it in and just like, are we going to start making rumors about Sean McVay's hanging it up and going to a booth somewhere? No, we're not doing that. I guess we're going to have to make another run for the Super Bowl because I'm just that great of a coach. And McVay postgame said that he is expecting Kupp to stay in LA, which is a nice little door closer, hopefully. The stat sheet was not a fill, but Cooper made two of the biggest plays of the game, like we're used to. What an incredible player. Touchdown, key third down conversion, forcing the Vikings to use all their timeouts and helping the Rams ice the game. Puka had over 100 yards on the day as well, and we saw, I don't even know how to say, like, undeniable impact having those two, what that does for Matthew Stafford after what has been a really tough start to the year. Take a look at this. Stafford had thrown 3 touchdown passes on the entire season. 3 all year going into last night. Somehow, B-Flow, Mr. Defense du jour, he threw 4 on this defense with his top 2 targets back in the mix. That's how meaningful they takes nothing away from Stafford, but it all works together. And this was by far his best performance. Not shocking that he was better with all the guys back in the lineup, but this type of a game against truly a top, the defense, I don't know if people want to say what they want about the Vikings and were they a 5-0 team, were they whatever, are they coming down to earth? The defense you can't question, great defense. And so that ipso facto carry the one, what way's the wind going? You got to give it to the Rams and how dangerous they can be in an NFC that's just dying to have somebody reach out and be dominant. So depending on what happens this weekend, LA has a chance to take over first place in the wild NFC West with a win. They're at Seattle, one of the stadiums, one of the few I've not been to in Week 9. So that's pretty wild. Now for the Vikings. We had Jared Allen. Didn't talk about this game at all. Talked about roping. Talked about Kevin Costner. Talked about Pretty Woman. We should have talked about the Vikings. Did he believe in them? I don't know what Jared Allen feels. What do I feel? I know I just love the fan base. I feel bad for this fan base. They deserve it. They've got the talent. Justin Jefferson, like, nobody looks cooler. He's the best. I know people out there are probably focusing on the missed face mask call on that safety. Preventing any chance of Sam Darnold leading a comeback. This was inexcusable. That's putting it lightly. I act like I get docked if I go after the officials. Like I could get money out of my paycheck. It was insane, but that's not why they lost this game, right? Can we all kind of come together and agree about that on a Friday? The concern here was not so much that. It was the lack of any second half offense. What in fact happened here? Well, unfortunately, there's a pattern, okay? There's a pattern here. Last 4 games, I hate to say it, Vikings have scored 8 first-half touchdowns. Love that. Just 1 in the second half. What's a-going on? Sam Darnold's passer rating dropped significantly. Third down success rate cut in half. So the offense, it's like the opposite of the Eagles or something. They come out hot, and then they just completely lose juice as the game wears on. And it's not because, they're throwing interceptions, like what happened with I don't know what's going on. And obviously they lost their left tackle, Christian Darrisaw, last night with a knee injury. He's getting an MRI today, sending him love, good energy, hoping he's feeling okay. And, I mean, losing him is a huge issue for Vikings fans. Huge. Can't talk about that enough. What's the story here? In the second half? Are we not eating the right peanut butter jelly sandwiches at halftime? Are we not doing the right rah-rah speeches, the IVs, the whatever, the smelling salts? What can we get going here? They have to start to adjust and start scoring once they get past the script. That's what it looks like, right? If they're going to right the ship going forward. I believe in this team. I believe this is a playoff team. Tough division, but I think it's a playoff team. I think O'Connell and Darnold can figure it out, but it's got to happen soon because the NFC North's kind of up for grabs, but the NFC North is, or the NFC sort of whatever, NFC North is where it's at. Tough place. And that game, by the way, just the start of what is a really fun Week 8. So congrats to the Rams for saying, we are going to make a run at this thing. We have no choice. I can't wait for Eagles-Bengals. Oh my gosh, both of these teams turning it up lately. Cincy, 2.5-point favorite. Can't wait to talk to T. Higgins. We've got a battle of first-place teams with the Bills and Seahawks in Seattle. Buffalo, 3-point fave there. Okay, we talked to Geno Smith about that. One of the toughest players, best dressed. You know, he's going to show up and try to shine. And we wrap up Sunday with one of my favorite rivalries. Should be rivalries. Cowboys-Niners in Santa Clara. Niners a 4.5-point fave in that one. Hammy, anything you're looking at in this one? I'm touting the Cowboys-Niners because I love Tirico, you know? And he came and he did such a good job on that, but like...
It's still going to be fun.
You think? I hope it gives. Give me something.
I think it will. And you gave us something yesterday with, I have to bring this up, the prop off.
Where's
you
the
hit on
bells?
All three of your props. There will be no rhinosauruses this weekend next week with Gronk because you beat him again.
It's a Gronkosaurus.
You got Kyron over rushing yards, Darnold over the passing yards, Kyron touchdown score. Gronk did do well, though. He hit on 2 out of his 3. So both you guys killed it. You're up 10-6 on the year overall over Gronk, which means it's going to be another insufferable week. But congratulations.